Hello, everyone, and welcome to the West Virginia Association of Conservation Districts Bird Awards presentation. We are very, very saddened that we can't be with you in person, but hey, we're happy to be here virtually. So again, welcome. And to put on this virtual presentation, there was a lot of people that I do want to thank for putting on and helping with this, since it was such a lot of work went into it. So first person I'd like to thank is Belinda Withrow, who is always one step ahead of everyone and making sure that we have thought of everything that we need to do. So thanks, Belinda. Thanks to Chris Ellison, who's all for taking time to coordinate and set up the virtual award presentation. Thank you, Chris. We sure appreciate it. Thank you to Heather Duncan for arranging the ceremony. There was certainly a lot of work involved, and we thank her for doing that. Thank you, Heather. Thanks to all the judges in the Conservation Farmer Contest, and thanks to Brian Farkas for facilitating and arranging the contest. Thanks to Devin White, who's now taking my picture back here, for doing some superb video job on the presentation and taking photos. Thanks, Devin. So a lot of thanks, but we appreciate everyone's hard work. Today, we honor supervisors, districts, and farmers who put forth an outstanding effort to promote conservation within their district and within our state. Their effort has been exceptional, to say, and at least truly we are grateful for that effort. So congratulations to all the nominees and all the award winners. And with that, we'll get on with the presentation. The 2021 poster contest winners. The poster contest provides kindergarten through 12th grade students with an opportunity to share their expression in the art form about soil, water, and related resource issues. It also highlights the educational outreach efforts of conservation districts and of state conservation associations. The 2021 theme was Healthy Forests, Healthy Communities. This year's winners are grade 4 through 6, Northern Panhandle Conservation District, Caitlin Wyatt, 6th grade, Moundsville Middle School. Grade 7 through 9, Northern Panhandle Conservation District, Tylee Sipin, 8th grade, Moundsville Middle School. Let's give these fantastic artists a big hand. Photo contest. The photo contest is open to amateur photographers, those who make less than 50% of their income from photography, who are residents of the United States or its territories. Each participant may enter up to, but not more than 5 photographs. Those winners, youth photo, 3rd place, Northern Panhandle Conservation District, Gretchen Ryan, Blue Skies, and Derry. Second place, Eastern Panhandle Conservation District, Shelley Lowry Newfield, Sprouting Pumpkin Plant. What is that? And we have someone here from the Northern or the Eastern Panhandle Conservation District. First place, Eastern Panhandle Conservation District, Matthew Simpson, cicadas. Did you present both of them? Okay. Congratulations to Matthew, Susha, and Gretchen. Adult photo. Adult, third place, Northern Panhandle Conservation District, Tracy Ryan. Can you smell it? Second place, Eastern Conservation District, Caitlin Hanshaw, Cap. Pretty nice photos. So we have someone here. Yeah. I'm sorry, it was Elk Conservation District. Shelley's going to get me here in a minute. Okay. And first place, Northern Panhandle Conservation District, Brianna Bland, Partners on the Farm. Okay. Congratulations to Brianna, Caitlin, and Tracy. The 2021 Century Farms program, the West Virginia Century Farm program, is designed to recognize families who have farmed the same tract of land for at least 100 years. A family member must have lived on the farm or been a big part of the day-to-day operation of the farm enterprises, and consist of at least 10 acres of the original holdings. There are 6 Century Farms and 4 Centennial Farms, those farms being 150 years, being awarded this afternoon. We are very proud of the West Virginia farm families. So those Century Farm that we want to know is the Elk Conservation District, Century Farm, Nettles Farm, Brent Nettles. The Guyan Conservation District, Sesquicentennial Farm, Brown Family Farm, established in 1851. The Little Canoa Conservation District, Sesquicentennial Farm, McGinnis McCullough Perkins Farm, established 1851. The Monongahela Conservation District, Century Farm, Angles Acres, Jim and Enid Crawford. Northern Panhandle Conservation District, Farm, Miller Farm. Tigers Valley Conservation District, Century Farm, Cherry Hill Farm, H.O. Slaughter, founder. Upper Ohio Conservation District, Century Farm, Smith Farm, Jack O. and Smith. Upper Ohio Conservation District, Sesquicentennial Farm, Wells Farm, established 1846. Llewellyn Wells owner. West Fork Conservation District, Century Farm, Porter Farms, Lee and Sue and Porter. Western Conservation District, Century Farm, Barnett Family Farm, Bill and Wilma Barnett. So let's applaud these farm winners. We had a total this year of 10 farms, 6 century farms, and 4 sesquicentennial farms. So congratulations to all the century farm winners. Now we'd like to recognize 2021 West Virginia Association Conservation District Scholarship winners. Thanks to generous donations and success of our annual scholarship auctions, 6 $1,000 scholarships were awarded this year from our association. The West Virginia Association of Conservation District Auxiliary also awarded 3 $1,000 scholarships. Students are selected on the various criteria, including they have to major in agriculture, and that is their main criteria. Congratulations to the following students, and we wish them well in their college achievements. 2021 scholarship winners are Micah Allen, Tigard Valley Conservation District, Huttonsville, West Virginia, Randolph County. Alyssa Barnes, West Fork Conservation District, Salem, West Virginia, Doddridge County. Austin Irvin, Western Conservation District, Red House, West Virginia, Putnam County. Grant Landis, Potomac Valley Conservation District, Rio, West Virginia, Hampton County. Sarah Syons, Potomac Valley Conservation District, Purkittsville, West Virginia, Hampshire County. Shelby Worrell, Western Conservation District at Leroy and Jackson County. The 2021 Auxiliary Scholarship winners are Benjamin Wade from the Northern Panhandle Conservation District, Philadelphia, West Virginia, and Ohio County. Austin Anderson, Western Conservation District, Leroy, West Virginia, Jackson County. Sarah Smith, Western Conservation District, Ravenswood, West Virginia, Jackson County. So we congratulate all of these winners. Wish them very much in their endeavors. The next award is to recognize the outstanding conservation education efforts in a conservation district from the previous year. Districts submit a portfolio of information, examples of education and outreach throughout the past year. We are proud to announce the 2021 Conservation Education District of the Year to the Eastern Panhandle Conservation District. Congratulations, and here are some of their applications. Moving on to the Excellence in Conservation Communication Award. This is the award we have established last year, and hope to keep going year after year. The winning conservation district's impressive promotions of events and program, informative, variety filled, and visual newsletter caught judges' attention. This district included a variety of social media newsletters and media outreach, including various debuts, mountain, and consistent and informative messages across the variety of platforms. In other words, they did a terrific job in the media. So, and I'm very excited to announce the Excellence in Conservation Communication Award to the Capital Conservation District. We do have someone here to accept that. So for our next award, I'll ask our second vice president and winner last year, Terry Hudson, to come forward and present the next award.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. It was indeed a great honor last year to be chosen as the first rookie supervisor, and so we are very excited to continue the honor the tradition of rookie supervisor awards. Well, in a short while, we're going to recognize folks that have put in 5 to 20 years of service. Now's the time to recognize those who are just beginning their service. Conservation districts as supervisors. These supervisors have taken their oath to heart and have strived to better conservation in their district. I'd like to recognize all the candidates from this year. Larry Grayson, ECD. Hope I'm not butchering Jeff's name, but Jeff McElfresh, LKCD, Lois Carr, PBCD, and Holly Morgan, UOCD. The winner this year is known for their advocacy and production, while their financial knowledge had been an added bonus. The supervisor has always been in support of agriculture and sound agricultural practices. This supervisor also lives by what they preach and utilizes their own farm to implement best practice management. The supervisor is a third-generation farmer and also has been recognized as a West Virginia century farmer. A highlight to their farming career was participating in the West Virginia Conservation Farmer of the Year and placed third overall. This supervisor is very involved in their community and within West Virginia Association of Conservation Districts. This supervisor serves on various committees within the Potomac Valley Conservation District and also as a director at WVACD and serves in various committees on a statewide level as well. This supervisor is always willing to help out. We're able and even volunteer to take minutes and provide full details of reports returning from their communities. Her efforts have not gone unnoticed, and due to her assistance and help with the 4-H and FFA community, she received an honorary chapter degree from the Petersburg High School FFA chapter. For those reasons and many others, proud to announce.
Congratulations, Lois.
Thank you.
I know one thing for sure, Lois never fails if you ask her to do something. She will do it. So, thank you.
I appreciate that.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
At this time, I'd like to recognize the conservation supervisors for their years of service to the conservation district. These supervisors have put many years and a lot of dedication into their to the service and for the conservation districts. We are forever grateful to their service and a service that's actually a calling for, I believe, the job of supervisor. So I know you put in a lot of years of service, and congratulations to everyone who has put in those years. We certainly appreciate it. I know the farmers and the people of the district appreciate it. And again, just thank you for your service. For the 5-year service award, Jeremy Grant, from the Western Conservation District, Donald Burrows from Elk Conservation District, Linda Browning from the Guyan Conservation District, John Farrell from the Southern Conservation District, James Dean, Taggart Valley Conservation District. Congratulations to the 5-year winners. Now for the 10-year winners. Lynn Dunham, Eastern Panhandle Conservation District. And I believe that's the only one for the 10 years, so let's give it a 15 years of service. Clyde Bailey, Capital Conservation District. Gary Sawyers, Greenbrier Valley Conservation District. And Roger Schaefer, Little Kanoa Conservation District. Congratulations to the 15th. For the 20-year winners, service, Gary Truack from the Greenbrier Valley Conservation District, Curtis Murphy from the Southern Conservation District. Congratulations to the Our next presentation are the West Virginia Association of Conservation Districts Honorary Member Award. So I'd like to have Joe Gum come forward and make this presentation.
This is certainly an honor to recognize the supervisors that put their time in the conservation arena. Those that we're going to recognize are honorary members. Starting out, William Kenneth Stowers, Elk Conservation District. Anybody here? George Mickey, Eastern Panhandle Conservation District. Timothy Van Reenem, Greenbrier Valley Conservation District. Dexter Graham, Little Kanoa Conservation District. Ron Moore, Northern Panhandle Conservation District. Jane Kane, West Fork Conservation District. Okay, all that done, we'll now recognize the member cards. Would Jim Michael please come up here and present this award?
Joe.
You what?
No, nothing.
Who?
Gary True.
Still didn't hear you. Gary. Gary Truax. She's a member card. Okay, I get straightened out here. Gary Truax, would you please come forward and accept the 2021 member at large?
I was getting confused on, honorary member and member at large. I guess too many birthdays keeps me confused. But anyway, I appreciate, what goes into the selection of these, and I appreciate the nice comments made, things said in my behalf. So thank you very much. Thanks.
It's good that we honor these supervisors, like I said earlier. It takes a lot of work to be a supervisor, and it takes away work on so on and so forth. So congratulations to
Erlene,
Chief Award.
somebody out there? Did you holler?
Before we move on to the Carol Green Award, and Gary, congratulations on your award. And I know we move, it seems like we move through these awards pretty quickly, but it doesn't diminish all the work that you put in as supervisors, which is, greatly appreciated again. And you are to be very much commended for your work as being supervisors in West Virginia and for your conservation district. I know you put a lot of work in. So congratulations to all the award winners today. Congratulations to, the youth of West Virginia and our scholarship winners, because, they are our future, and we've got to keep things going. Congratulations on the poster and photo contest winner, to bring forth and show the beauty of West Virginian farming. Congratulations to all them. So just a big round of applause to everyone. Okay, for the next award will be the Carol Green Award. And will Jim Michael, last year recipient, come forward and present the award?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good afternoon to everyone. It's so many things I think about in this program, but for example, Carol Green, when he was the state head of the conservation agency for 30 years, I happened to work with SCS 20 of those years when Carol was in operation. And what a person, and that's why we identify it as a Carol Green Award. The person we recognize are similar, exemplary of their dedication to soil and water resources. Individuals that is about to recognize this COVID award has been recognized for their outstanding job promoting wise soil and water resource conservation and development in their own local conservation district. The individual possesses great leadership qualities and is highly respected by their peers. This individual was only 1 year old when Carol Green was named West Virginia Conservationist of the Year in 1956. Starting at a young age, this individual knew that leadership in agriculture would be their future. From starting in Scouts to graduating college after sitting out 1 year due to family obligations, this individual is not known for giving in easily or backing down from a challenge. From having a short stint as a high school vocational agriculture teacher to having served 34 years in the Farm Service Agency, this individual has been involved in many aspects of agriculture and conservation lifestyle. He became a conservation district supervisor for Tyler County in 2014 and is currently in his second term of office. This past year may have been his most impactful year by working with NRCS and many others partnering agencies to further conservation across West Virginia. He has been the West Virginia Marathon Committee Chairman for the past 5 years and is the first chairman for that competition. Recently, he is serving as president of the West Virginia Association of Conservation Districts and has made it a mission to continue the work of conservation across the state, even in the midst of the multi-year pandemic. If his career with the West Virginia Association of Conservation Districts was not enough, he also very involved in his community as serving as a volunteer for organizations such as local fire department, the Lions Club, church boosters, and FFA advisory committee, among many others. He is also involved in several other community and statewide organizations. I think a number of you would already know who this might be, but it's my pleasure to identify him and congratulate the new 2021 Carol Green Award to Mr. Wayne McKeever. This is a big thing. Yeah. Yeah, that's for you.
Oh, okay. All righty. I can put some tomatoes in there, Don.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Congratulations.
Thanks, Jim. Well, you know,
Uh-oh.
uh-oh, we just went off network. Thank you, Jim.
I'm sorry.
Oh, well, hey, thanks everyone. I guess right now I'm a loss for words because I didn't think of that. But anyway, hey, what's my I know I am at a loss for words. But hey, thanks to my district supervisors for nominating me. I'm very much appreciative of that, and thank to them for taking time to. Because I know I take a lot of time from the district, a lot of time from them sometimes, but thanks to them. Thanks to my wife, Tammy back here, who just take a picture. Thanks to her, I couldn't get a lot of things done, so it wasn't for her. And I guess, starting out in farming, with the family several years ago. And with that being pretty rough, on the farm, how it goes. But I always said it, I am not going to be involved in farming. I'm not going to be involved in agriculture anyway. I think I went to college to be a major in physics or something like that. And so, oh my gosh, I don't think I can do this. And so, thanks to a agriculture teacher at Potomac State College, he got me pointed in the right direction. Ken Malone. I don't know if anybody went to Potomac State College, but you might know him. But thanks to him, I got pointed in the right direction and say, hey, you need to be an agriculture teacher. And I said, oh well, okay, if you think so, but little did I know what was before me. So I taught agriculture for VOAG for a little while, and then decided to do the law program. Decided to go work in the old ASCS, which is now FSA. So I spent many years there, made a lot of friends, did a lot of things, a lot of good, but and now with the conservation districts, always been involved in agriculture one way or another because I believe in agriculture. I might not be was the so-called full-time farmer, but I know what they go through, and I know what I have a feeling of what they need and what their needs are. And, I support them all the way. I support agriculture all the way. VOAG, FFA, 4-H, the whole works. And especially love working with the Envirothon because that's, our future leaders that go through the Envirothon, the contest. And a lot of those kids major in that. So I guess, as you would say, I believe, sorry, I believe God put me in the right direction to now, for I'm truly thankful. So, thanks again. All right, yes, and now it's time for the rest of the program. And where are we at? We are at Conservation Farmweek. And for that, I'll turn this over to Brian. Well, we are at that point in the program where we normally talk about how a bunch of people get in a van and they drive all over the state of West Virginia and they spend multiple hours. But you know, that didn't happen this year. Instead of getting in a van, driving across this beautiful state, we took time to have the books presented to us by the districts who were with the two finalists. And then we sent Davin and Michaela out to provide a video tour of these farms. We called it the virtual hayride because that's what, as judges, what we would be put on. We get on a wagon, hay bales are on the wagon, a tractor pulls us around the farm, and we spend a couple of hours. And that didn't happen this year, and that's really sad because of the pandemic. We were not able to talk to the farmers and see them, but through the videos, we were able to really get a good understanding of what they are trying to achieve on their farms and their ethic, their conservation ethic, their stewardship ethic, and why they are involved in farming and why they believe that conservation is an integral part of their farming plan. But before we do that, I want to thank Wayne for his participation. He is, as the president of the association, you guys are really lucky to have somebody like Wayne serving as your president. He is pretty progressive, pretty forward thinking. I know that would probably get me in trouble for saying that, but he is the leader you all deserve. And so I think the Carol Green Award was well deserving. And again, Wayne, congratulations. He is also on the state committee. As the president of the association, he is one of the 10 members that oversee conservation delivery, conservation policy in the state of West Virginia. Now, conservation delivery is done by the 14 districts, but the policy is set by the state committee and then implemented with the WVCA, Conservation Agency, and the 14 districts. But back to the awards. I remember when we went on Lois's farm, and it was a beautiful farm. It is a beautiful farm. And we looked at the pastures, we looked at the stream bank work that they did, we looked at sheep, we looked at the barns, we looked at the homestead that they were going to renovate. And it was just, and that's what we missed this year. But with the videos, again, we tried to replicate that. And in a minute, you're going to see a 5-minute presentation of the finalists, the two farms that were the finalists of all the farms in the state that were competing. But first, I want to talk about the judges. The judges for the 21st State Farm Contest were Kent Leonhardt, who is the Commissioner of Agriculture and is also the Chairman of the State Conservation Committee. Jorge Atiles, who is the Dean of the WVU Extension Service. John Borden, who's the State Conservationist with the Natural Resource Conservation Service. Doug Cyphers, who's the Acting Executive Director of Farm Service Agency. Daryl Donahue, who is the Dean of the WVU Ag School. Teresa Kuhn, who is with the Department of Environmental Protection and Environmental Resources Program. Eli McCoy, who is an appointed member of the State Committee. Wayne, who is, again,
part of the judging, but also you already know who Wayne is. Angela Rosser, who is again a member of the state committee. She's also the executive director of the the Rivers Coalition, and Timothy Van Reenen, who you saw up here earlier, but he's also a member of the state committee, and he's also a member of the Greenbrier Valley Conservation District representing Pocahontas County. So before we go any further, I'd like to introduce Brandon Thomas from Middletown Tractor, and I'd like to have him come up and make a few statements. Middletown Tractor has been a very important part of this awards, and I'm going to let him talk about that a little bit. Thank you.
All right, guys, I really appreciate you allowing me to be here today. I came here 3 years ago when I first started with Middletown Tractor Sales. Came along with our corporate sales manager, Mike Shaver, Steve Cronin, a longtime ag salesman with the company, and a few of our communications folks. Like I said, I really appreciate being able to be here today and be with you that are here. Things are a little different than normal in the world, not just for events like this, but in the industry. I can say some of the struggles that we've had is equipment shortages, part shortages, and longer lead times on freight as well. But the one thing that I can tell you that isn't going to change in the ag industry is going to be the hard work and dedication of progressive agriculturists. It's one thing that we see across the board. When it comes to these farmers and the presentations that I got to watch a few years ago, one thing is kind of consistent across the board, and that it's usually a family affair. These farmers work hard and pass that down generationally to their families. We've been in the business since 1952, and we strive to serve the communities and the farmers across the state. I'm a 5th generation farmer from our family farm there in Brewston Mills, West Virginia, and that hard work and dedication has been passed on to me as well. One thing across the board as well is these folks have a vision, and they have to pass that along. And the vision is to progressively improve their farm for the future and their future generations. Really glad to be here today. Appreciate you allowing me to come and speak. We appreciate the opportunity to work with you folks with this award. It's a pleasure to be able to do something and give something back to these folks that put the hard work and dedication in to be part of this. So continue to work hard to be the progressive agriculturist that you are and never stop growing.
Now, the one thing Brandon did not say, is that Middletown Tractor has been a part of the award ceremony for 15 years. And so, he's saying that they're going to continue to be part of it. They do have a rich history of already having been involved. And the winner of the contest receives the use of a brand new tractor that they spec themselves. And I think they get it for what?
3 months or 200 hours.
3 months or 200 hours. So there you go. That's not a bad thing. And so, like as I say, the winning farmer gets to spec out that tractor himself. And I've seen some of these tractors when we've delivered them, and they're very nice. They have more snazzy things than on my car. But anyway, so thank Middletown Tractor. So the farm finalists, again, each district is asked to pick a county winner. And then that county winner is competing against a regional winner. And then that regional winner goes against an area winner. And then the area winners, there are 2 areas in the state of West Virginia. There's the West and the East, and they compete against each other for the prize. This year, representing the Western area was the Meadowview Farm in Marshall County, the Northern Panhandle Conservation District. And representing the eastern area was the Antrim Farm in Berkeley County, representing the Eastern Panhandle Conservation District.
No, okay.
And so, as we said,
before you
these
dial.
farms were judged on the written materials that were submitted to the judges. They were also judged on the videos and the farmers' expression of what they do on their farms. And so what we would like to do now is to share 2 short videos on each of these farms
Oh, I wonder if we're gonna see this.
so you can see what the judges were able to see as well.
Oh, yeah, I get to see it. Cool. Oh, here's Shelley's farm. Come on, watch. You could hear it if I could put it on speaker, but you can't hear it, so. This is their farm.
The Antrim Farm in Berkeley County. It's 88 acres. We bought it in May of 2014.
Right now we run 20 brood cows, put 2 bulls behind them. We do a little bit of embryo work with some cattle we co-own in Ohio. We no longer make hay here. We rotate pastures, 4 pastures that range anywhere between 14 and 18 acres. And then we make hay on other farms that we run, about 150, 200 acres. And then this year we did a lot of custom hay for people, probably about 500 or 600 acres.
I'm Randy Brock.
Tyler Bucks. There's 4,900 foot of exclusion fence breaking off the ponds, and some of that 4,900 feet is for wildlife buffer zones. Fishing got a lot better. Ponds cleaned up. So as far as divisional and boundary fence, it's a little shy of 5,200 feet of fence that we put up. And we broke out 4 pastures that are all between 15 and 18 acres apiece. We used to make hay first cut and then put cows in behind it, but we found it held up better if you just rotated cows in and out about every 2 to 4 weeks, depending on how the weather goes. So in an ideal year, when the weather cooperates and we have plenty of rain, like I said earlier, it's like every 2 to 4 weeks is what it ends up being. But we'll clip pastures we haven't put them in yet, like 8 to 10 inches, and then usually when they get it 8 down to about 4 or 6 inches is when we rotate them into new padding.
So a couple students of mine that have since graduated, one of them showed interest in bees, and their family kind of took off and ran with it. I've got a piece of ground up the road. They've got 5 or 6 boxes there, and then the bees here. I know he told me his goal is to hit 2,000 pounds of honey for a season. I have no idea where he's at.
Yeah, the bees have been fun. It's been an interesting learning program for us, just watching and how it all goes about. But and we go over and we've actually watched them extract the honey, and also it's quite interesting to learn and just sit and watch the bees. It's an amazing project.
As far as the FFA stuff, so after I got too old for 4-H, joined FFA, and then realized that that's probably what I was going to do as a career. And I started teaching at Spring Mills High School here in Berkeley County. The very first year the school opened in 2013. And since then, I've had 33 students earn their state degrees. 8 students earn their American degrees. We've had multiple state winning teams and individuals who have went on to compete at the national level. All of them placing either bronze or silver at the national level. We have been recognized 4 times as a Gold Emblem FFA chapter. I have students that in the past have attended Berkeley County Farm Bureau meetings regularly. They attend the Fair Board meetings.
We, as a group of family, decided to do this as a project that 8 years ago when we started, with our help, with people's help in the conservation part, really helped us and guide us where we need to be, how to do this, so we and my son can take it back to the education part and teach the kids how to take care of a farm and use the land properly, what they need to do.
Driving around Berkeley County, we're losing a lot of farms fast. So I guess it's just a sense of pride in seeing land the way it's supposed to be, and we realize that if we don't take care of it with help of the conservation district, I mean, none of this would be possible without the programs ran through that. There's no way we would have been able to accomplish everything that we've accomplished in less than 8 years. And like I said, I don't think it's where we want it to be yet. But we wouldn't be where we're at without the programs ran through the district. We realize if we don't take care of the ground, then the ground's not going to take care of the cattle, and the cattle's not going to take care of us.
I'm Jeff, this is Janet Allen. We operate Meadowview Farm. We're approximately 200 acres. Got a cow-calf operation. We stay between 45 and 50 brood cows.
We bought the house in 2006. Previously, we rented a farm for 15 years, just down the road, just a touch. Jeff has grown up around here and previously helped the farmer who lived here. So when he was ready to sell, he called us, and this is how we ended up with Meadowview Farm.
On usually, depending on the field, it's anywhere from about a 3 to a 5 day period when they're in one field. Some of the fields are a little bigger, so they may stay there 5 days. And by being able to do that, they never get the grass picked, clear down to where it takes a long time to recover. So if you move them out of that field and you still got 5, 6, 7 inches of grass there, it's collecting more photosynthesis where it'll respond better and come back. And it's close to a month probably before those cattle are back in that field again.
And then we rebuilt just under about 5 miles of fence to do what we've done as far as exclusion fencing, and then division fencing for our pasture rotation. So we've put a lot of fence back up once we got it tore out, and tried to get it cleaned up the best we could before we built the fence, and then try and just maintain it since we've got it back to that position. We've had 5 new spring developments since we've started operating the farm, and there's 2 existing springs that we redid, but this is one of the new ones we developed right here that you're seeing. So when we rotate these cattle, we're set up pretty well as far as water systems in each field. And then the other thing we've done, we put goldfish in the watering troughs. And then if you do have a water situation, you're probably going to see fish dying. On our forage plan and our fertilizing, liming program and all that, we've done that both with ag enhancement through the conservation district, and we've done it through NRCS. So we've used both programs to do that. And so we have applied just under 400 ton of lime to this farm since we started the programs. And I tell everybody that's the place to start. Pull your soil samples. It's going to tell you what each field needs, and then you apply accordingly.
We are active members of the Limestone Presbyterian Church. where we also hold bonfires and hay rides for the community. Every few years we'll have one. We both volunteer with Marshall County 4-H and FFA Livestock Club. Jeff has been beef superintendent for 34 years. We've also held Cameron FFA livestock judging practice here on the farm. Jeff's helped the kids out on that a little bit. I am also co-chairman for Ohio Valley Night to Shine, sponsored by the Tim Tebow Foundation. That is a prom ages 14 and up for those with special needs. With our guests and our volunteers, we have an average of about 500 people who show up for that night, and it is a spectacular night. We've also collected a 20-foot stock trailer full of cleaning supplies and food and took it to Clendening in 2016 during the floods. And as well as we slept in our stock trailer and meals on the streets for people. We've been down there 3 times to do that.
Because we want to do it, and it's not something that we're doing it because there's, got the monetary value to it that we're making huge money doing this or anything. It's because we want to try to preserve the land. I want to maximize what the land can do for you, and by doing these practices, that's what it does. You benefit from that by doing the right thing for the land, and it pays you back in the other respect, and that's what we like to see that. And we're to the point now we're seeing a pretty big difference in that from what it was when we showed up here.
Yep. We're trying something new out here, so you're just going to have to bear with us a moment. We'll see if it works. If it doesn't, we're just going to announce the winner.
Hello?
Hello, is this Jeff?
Yes, it is.
Hi, Jeff. My name is Brian Farkas, and I am the Executive Director of the West Virginia Conservation Agency.
Yes,
and I would like to congratulate you for being the 2021 Conservation Farm of the Year.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate that.
So we are in Flatwoods. We have a room of supervisors and others here, and want to turn it over to you for a few words.
All right, I gotta collect myself a little bit. Yeah, this is huge for my wife and I, and my daughter also. Like I said in the video, we don't do this because of recognition or anything outside of it's a personal thing for us to conserve the land and, make the best, do the best for the land and then try to convert that into something positive for everybody. And it seems to be working. And through all the programs that the state has to offer, that's been, allowed us to do that. And it's great. Like I said, we don't do it to get this recognition, but it's kind of nice when people do recognize the time, effort, and that you put into a farm. And I just, I don't know what else to say, but we really appreciate it. And we want to thank all you folks that work through the districts and just, statewide with all the state programs and everything that's out there for people to use and making it available for us. But thanks again.
Well, I'm sorry that we are not in person with you. Otherwise, you would now be receiving a check. So that is in the mail. And you would also be receiving a sign that you're suitable for posting at the end of your property that says that you are the 2021 Conservation Farm of the Year. So those will be coming to you. And with that, I'd like to thank you for all of your hard work and your commitment to agriculture, but more your commitment to the land and your willingness to pass that on to the next generation, because it has been told to me many times that we don't own this, we only borrow it. And if we don't take care of it for the next generation, there won't be anything to pass on. So thank you very much for your philosophy and your ethics. And with that, I would like to thank everybody for the coming today. And I appreciate it. And next year, hopefully, we will be able to do this in person and do the farm tour in person. Oh, and one more thing, Jeff. As the 2021 farm winner, you will have commitments, not like the Miss America, but you will be requested to come to the Capitol at the Conservation Day so you can be properly recognized in the State Senate, State House. Okay? And with that, thank you very much for everything. And you all be careful going home. Thank you.